football at its absolute best.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne!
I think I got my swagger back. Oh!
I love it, baby!
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now.
McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Thursday, August 20th. Huge week. We've got a ton to get into. Football's back. High school football is on. I've got Baylor and Brentwood on one screen. I've got Anderson County and Powell on another. Landon.
Hey, you can't say it like
made
that.
It. What do you mean?
You got to say like
pow. Pow. It's officially back. It's so back. Few notes to get into as we get into the show. I'm gonna toot our own horn for a second, and you can look it up. I don't care. And about 2012, Landon, we started this thing, and it was for basketball exclusively. We did theme nights for our student section for basketball games. No, not football, just basketball. We got the idea from Utah State, who is the epitome of student sections. They are the best of the best. They have theme nights. And now every school does it for even football games. And I can't tell who's who because they're never wearing school colors. It's a whiteout, or it's like Hawaiian night, like they're doing, one of the schools is. And I can't tell who's cheering for who. Football games, the theme should be your team.
Well, then like they give out the rivalry. They give out the like student section of the week or whatever.
Is there a problem? Can you not do that, cheering for your team?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wear your school colors. You get 5 home games a year in football. Especially when you're on the road, you got to wear your colors.
Well, if you don't know who they are, there isn't enough guys in the front row painted up.
But they're never painted in their school colors. They're painted in whatever theme they're in.
Or if they need to be painted in like keys or Cherokees or
yes. I mean, I agree. I'm just saying we need to go school colors.
Okay.
We need to go school colors.
More school colors.
Basketball, you have 2 games a week. It can get monotonous. You got to mix it up. I'm all for basketball themes. In fact, Landon, I've got one. I hate to sit here and just say, look at this awesome private school, but Baylor, you won't find them in much but red. There's like you mentioned, their guys painted. They paint one thing, Baylor. Their student section always says Baylor. That's it.
Keep it simple, stupid. I think if we're staying on this theme, we can go ahead and talk about these uniforms. But guys, we could just keep it simple.
So I hated the fan uniform, and I still hate it. I just saw it right before we went live. It's terrible. It's atrocious. The sleeves with the Nealon renderings, architectural drawings, whatever you want to call it, on the players looks better. I still don't like it. I think it's just you're doing too much.
It's a lot.
I don't know why, if we went this direction, why we needed to be in gray too. Why were they gray?
I don't understand. Here's my thing with because the only explanation I've ever really been given is we're doing these because we don't want to mess with orange and white. Okay.
You don't have to mess with orange and white. It can still be orange and white.
Well, my counter to that, I mean, so we're doing gray and we're doing black. So 2 out of the 7 football games, home games, we're not even wearing orange.
It's a great point, Landon. That's a great point. And I want to say all this. I'm gonna nitpick them because I don't love them. I also think they look good. I think the throwback UT, the interlocking UT with the old school look, that old look, great logo. I don't want it used all the time, but I think we should use it when we get the chance, and we're getting the chance. I love it. I love the trefoil that we're using. So it's the throwback Adidas logo. That's a great look. I'm in the minority. I like the white pants though. I think they look good with the gray. Pants. I think they look good.
Are they cream?
They might be like a off-white to kind of have that throwback element.
Yeah.
And I think they look good.
A little dingy.
The cleats are, I mean, I need me a pair. I've never wanted a pair of cleats that are, I mean, yeah, they're Samba-esque. I want them. First off, Sambas are the greatest soccer cleats of all time. They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
I want those gray cleats. Yes, sorry, I had this picture ready. Thank you for bringing it up, Trey. The football with the trefoil, like, come on. I mean, that's perfect. I like it. Also, I get we're trying to pull out the legacy and stuff. I don't like that there's really nothing about Tennessee other than the color on the helmet. I just feel like we could have gone with a power tee and still had this throwback look. I think that trying to like do the faux leather helmet thing is weird. I don't love that.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. Also, I understand like there's a lot of detail, and I think detail is great. I love details in things. I feel like it's a little too much. From the star on the back, too much.
We're trying too hard. Can you pull that picture up one more time, Trey? Sorry. I feel like if you go between the numbers to feet is just chef's kiss. Perfect. Don't know what's going on the sleeves. Don't love the helmet. And then also, I don't know if you said this, Landon. There's too many. Where are we going to put the patch? Because we're definitely going to sell a sponsorship. We're going to have 5 patches on the jersey.
I mean, they're just going to call us Patches of Houlihan.
I mean, that we're going to legitimately, like, I feel like that patch could have gone on the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could have, I mean, if you're going to go that patch, you almost have to replace your own. Like, you have to put SEC on the collar or something and replace your own if you're going to do that. Or you put it, I don't know. There's like you said, it's just too busy.
Yeah. It's a lot. I'm with you. I think it looks better in like an actual football uniform than it does like the fan.
If you buy the fan one, I know you have no taste.
Yeah. I'm out on that. I just don't know why we could have done that in orange and it looks perfect.
It would have looked, I mean, the sleeves would have still looked just as kind of weird and quirky.
Yeah.
I think overall, it's a great concept. I think overall they succeeded. I just think the execution could have been a bit better.
Now, the media part of it with General Nealon talking, I've never even heard him talk before.
I don't know if I have either, but it makes me wonder, have I seen a video and I've just not really thought much about it? Because I assume they've had these videos for surely they didn't just dig them out of the archives like last week or a month ago.
Right.
So I wonder if I had. Someone said that. And I was like, I don't know if I have either.
Yeah. I think that's freaking awesome. I think they carry the fight on the jersey. I think that looks good. It's just like a nice little touch. And that's like a nice little touch is what we're looking for. The sleeves part of it just kind of kills it for me.
Yeah.
It looks very organy with, they do the feathers on some of those. Yeah. That's kind of what it looks like to me. So I don't hate them. They're not the worst ones I've ever seen. I'm just kind of over the gray.
I'm over the gray. Yeah, I tweeted that I want the BYU treatment of like throwbacks and alternates should be your color. We have so many good options of various orange and white uniforms where we can keep what we're calling the traditional ones, the orange top, white pants that we debuted this summer.
Mm-hmm. But
have different ones with they're piped different and they're different lettering and numbering and you're using outlines or you have the Condrich Holloways. I just think there's a lot of options you can do in orange and white and still be creative and fun. And I love the point you made. I want to walk into Neyland and see orange and white. And I know that's a little bit of an old man take. And it's not going to stop me from going and it's not going to stop me from cheering for him. But yeah, I love the orange. I want to see that when I walk into Neyland. Yeah. And I want to see it in not just the end zones and not just on the fans. I want to see it on the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
I'll say all this, I'm wearing a black tee and a black Tennessee hat to be specific. Well,
but
I was going to say, look at everything I own back here that's Tennessee. You can see what it is. Like it's easy to identify.
It's orange.
It's orange.
Our colors do us all the favors in the world. I just wish we used them better.
Yeah.
Also, I will kind of like, I do have I guess something you can kind of look forward to wearing these uniforms. The last time Tennessee wore gray against a Tiger team, they beat the ever living shit out of them.
Sure.
So there's
When's the last time we wore leather helmets versus a Tiger team? Let's do that research.
Okay. Maryville College is who we played.
I think that was our first game ever. I think we played Maryville.
Sewanee. That's who we beat.
I'd love to play Sewanee again. They are the Tigers.
Are they?
Did you? I'm almost certain they're the Tigers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so I'm glad you did.
I don't know about you guys, but I personally feel like, I mean, when's the last time you guys personally believe there was good smoky grays?
I was okay with all the Nike iterations. I didn't think they were bad. I mean, they used all the paneling that was off. They were better than the first Adidas iterations. Probably like the 2015 ones were my favorite. And that's another thing. We have these gray, and we have this beautiful gray helmet that's now been shelved with the smoke. Like the Smoky Mountain outline is my all-time favorite alternate Tennessee helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the last time. Like, I think they use them well. Like they do these tributes and everything, and it looks cool. Like the media and everything, they knock it out of the park. But it's just like it's just gray. Like, why do we keep doing gray?
I just feel like it works because it's not like they're pulling these out in big time SEC matchups, and it's not like they're doing it in big time like Power 4 matchups either. I think it's fine that they use them. If it's going to stay like this and like be odd and quirky, keep it in the games against Kennesaw and whoever. I mean,
see, I disagree with that because I disagree with the Kennesaw and Furman because that is a lot of kids and families' first time ever getting to Neyland for the first time, and I want them to see orange.
Also, we're not doing that. We wear black against Kentucky at home,
right?
And then we're going gray against Auburn.
Yeah, which
so
I would say that's Alabama's and Florida's, which we did wear gray against Georgia a lot, but we haven't lately. It's not those big time games, your historic games. So this is the better way to do it, in my opinion. I don't. The reason I don't like and you know what? Maybe the kids want to see the grays because kids are odd and different. I've talked about it many times on this podcast. Walking into Neyland and the orange was so vivid. My first time UNLV at night, and it was so vivid, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life. And that's what I want kids to see.
Fair point.
Anything else for these gray uniforms?
Not for the gray uniforms, but on the uniform topic, big announcement this week. I've been praying for this day and wishing and hoping, and for all of Lane Kiffin's faults, and I think he did more. He knew what made Nick Saban tick before he was on staff. He tried to wear orange in Tuscaloosa. I think is a little bit of a jab at Alabama, and also maybe a little rah-rah for Tennessee. He did take the orange pants on the road in 2009, but he was a visionary. Never wrong, just early, Lane Kiffin. That's what they always say about him. The orange and crimson rivalry returns third Saturday in October. It will now be done in the team's primary colors like God intended. This is a beautiful sight. This picture doesn't quite do it justice because a lot of people are talking about them clashing. If you look at photos, they're not similar. The orange is very bright. The crimson's very deep. They're very apart, and they've made for some beautiful photos. And this picture in the top left is from my favorite Sports Illustrated cover of all time. It's a beautiful sight to behold, Landon.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this. I think there needs to be more of it. I think you have to be careful though, because we don't want you can't do blue on blue. But I think it just matches up perfectly with these two. Like you said, they don't clash. Tennessee has a white helmet. Obviously, like Alabama has the crimson helmet, so that they shouldn't clash. Now, I mean, I saw where Auburn, like somebody was like, I hope they don't do this for the Iron Bowl. And I don't know home uniforms are goated.
Yeah, I do think I don't disagree that because I don't know, like seeing Auburn and I don't know, that one would feel weird for some reason. They're also both deep colors. So yeah, they don't clash, but under the lights they may look a little similar.
Yeah.
What are some other ones you guys think would work? Like I think you could make Florida, Tennessee.
So this is another one I was going to say. Texas and Texas A&M would be a great one, but I saw someone bring up that at Kyle Field they can't, and here's why. I looked at a photo today of the maroon on maroon and the white on white, and it's beautiful. And I don't think you can mess that up. But I think when they go on the road, that should be a maroon on orange matchup.
What about the Egg Bowl? That would be cool. Mississippi State and the
they could only wear powder blues, I think.
Ole Miss would have to do the powder blues, yeah.
But I think that'd be a good one.
Work.
I think it's got to be like I think one of the teams has to be bright for it to really work. So I mean, even A&M in Texas is hard. But
sneaky. I think you could do Tennessee in their orange and LSU in their purple. If they bring those purple uniforms back out, that'd pop.
Kentucky Louisville should always be a primary on primary.
That's a great rivalry. One. Yep.
I think Kentucky and Tennessee would be a good one because they're both bright colors. I think it would maybe look a little NFL color rushy, but I think it'd look good on TV. And it's always in the fall, so it's always at night usually, so that kind of hurts it. Like that's another thing about the Tennessee Alabama rivalry is those colors look very like Tennessee fall. So when that camera pans out at 3:30 in October, it's gonna be gorgeous.
We'll probably wear gray for that one. The next couple years after 2027 we'll wear gray. I think I'm rooting for chaos in this one, so I think Oklahoma and Arkansas should just go red on red and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah. Battle the Reds.
Yeah. Like we're watching Brentwood Academy and Baylor. I think they should do red on red.
That should be a red on red matchup.
Battle the Reds.
Ohio State, Michigan.
Ohio State, Michigan's one that's been brought up. That's a good one. And then this was one that's been pointed at as of look how beautiful is UCLA USC. That's a good one.
Yep.
I would be interested to see Oregon's green or it has to be green against Oregon State's orange. I think that would be a potentially like sneaky good one.
Okay.
I think Oregon green against Washington purple too.
That would be a great one. Yeah. That'd be a great one. What is that? That's a rivalry.
Oh,
it's got a name, I believe.
You could do Florida State and could you do Miami in their green?
Florida
uniforms?
State and Florida would look good. Maroon on blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing too, is I think as good as
North Carolina, South Carolina, or
that'd be good.
That would be a good one.
I wonder if Clemson and South Carolina would look good.
It'd
be essentially the same as Tennessee and Alabama. So I think so.
Yeah, or South Carolina could wear all black.
Yeah, they wear black lots. That would check out. I think the orange though,
or Clemson could wear purple, right? They still have those purple uniforms.
I think they wear them about once a year. I think.
Okay,
I don't know.
Not too much that no one knows what Clemson wears anymore.
Yeah. Dylan, not to throw him under the bus, he did say I think this should be the standard. I disagree with that because I think it should be reserved for special games, and I think there's too many good road white uniforms that it should be messed with. I do think this would be a great use of alternates. We go on the road to pick a game. Georgia Tech, which actually, no, that's in Bobby Dodd. I want to see us in orange and white in that game. Pick one later on.
A&M.
Trying to think of a good one. Yeah, A&M. Like, that might not go with their maroons so dark, but like a gray would look fine on the road against them or against someone like that.
I was thinking Georgia, Florida too, and
that'd be a good.
I mean, they don't play at home anyway, so
yeah.
we'll just do
make it weird.
Yeah. Maybe they both wear alternate uniforms for that one.
Georgia wears the one with like the dog collar on there.
Yeah, and Florida wears the gator one.
Oh, yeah. Tough scene. What about A&M's, speaking of ugly uniforms, what about their camo?
Jesus Christ, what are we doing?
In a week where I saw someone say Tennessee needs, I think I would not cheer for Tennessee if we got camo uniforms.
Yeah, I'm out.
Officially out. You can say they're for the troops. I'm out.
And I recently bought 2 things of camo. It's the first camo I've ever bought in my life. And I'm no way.
Got you a pair of waders?
No, I just I bought a shirt and a hoodie. and that's all I got.
Uniforms is a different. That's kind of the thing. I think it may sneak into uniforms because that's the thing is the black and gray are great for t-shirts and hats and all the other stuff. It's not great for uniforms when you do it this much.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets old. All right. Before we get into anything else, I do want to mention our good friend of the pod. This pod would not be possible without Jennifer Morris. She's with Keller Williams of Greater Knoxville, the best realtor in the area. Go reach out to her today, 865-257-7897. She will help you in all of your real estate needs, whether that's investment properties. If you're a first-time home buyer looking to maybe get a new house, looking to relocate somewhere in the Knoxville area, she will be able to help you through that process. She's also just a great person. She rags on Trey, so we love her for that. But we really thank her for sponsoring this show. And if you would, just go reach out to her today for all those real estate needs. 865-257-7897. Do it.
Go do it.
All right. What we got next?
Can I say something real quick?
You can.
You will not disrespect her.
No.
Okay.
We are 5 minutes into this football game, the Baylor Brentwood Academy. DGG is a man amongst boys. It's not fair. This is the first time I've really sat down and watched him in a game. He is massive. I was very skeptical at first of dude, $2 million a year for 3 years. But then I saw him. I'm like, oh my God. This dude is massive.
He's a monster.
I get it.
Yeah, you went at Ole Miss for not getting their weight up in money, right?
No, that's okay. I'm not upset that Ole Miss didn't spend $6,000 on running back or $6 million on running back, but I get it. That's what I'm saying now.
You spent $4 million
for 1 year. Yeah.
For Lacey,
worth it for 1 year.
I do have a few notes before we jump fully into the show. I just want to show you guys this picture, get your thoughts on it. This is the USC team photo. Anything stand out to you that might be weird?
You know that saying, a lot of people dressed as seats. That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah, why is the coaching staff blocking out half the team?
They're paying respect to Jaden Daniels, that's for sure. No,
five. You have that, and then correct me if I'm wrong. Where's USC located?
Los Angeles, in Southern California.
Southern California, no?
Yeah.
A place known for the most beautiful weather on planet Earth. Why are we taking our team photo inside in the dark?
Okay, this is the first time I'm seeing this. Who is number 4? Is he massive, or are 2 and the other number 4 just midgets?
I have so many. I don't know. That question didn't even cross my desk. I had so many. Why are we holding up the number 2? Are we peace signing?
That's what they do. That's what they do. Like fight on. That's their thing. Like, you know how Tennessee does this, USC does that.
Okay, well, here's the thing. The lighting's so bad too. Some people kind of look like they're doing the gig 'em thing. Some people look like they're doing the horn frog thing.
Well, number 4 and number 8 are in front of everybody. It looks like on the front row.
Yeah, it's just a bad team. I don't know who thought this team picture. You can, I don't know. You can see all of the lighting, the hardware in it.
Is that
just
Rex
a bad
Ryan?
Team photo. It has to be Rex Ryan. There's no way someone looks that much like Rex Ryan and it isn't Rex Ryan. I mean, I guess it could be Rob Ryan is the only other person that could look that much like Rex Ryan, but it's one of the two. I don't think Rob's let the hair go like that. But yeah, this is just an insane photo, and I wanted you guys to lay eyes on it in case it hadn't crossed your desk yet.
Electric.
Oh, man. Last note, James Madison and Georgia, women's soccer, they're playing in Sanford Stadium. How crazy is that? Right before the season starts, too. Not good for the high school football coaches who say Soccer players tear up the field. No, I think it's a real game. They've gotten, they're definitely in the season. They've played their exhibitions already.
Okay.
That's a good point though, Landon, because the field is a bit narrower than a standard soccer pitch.
Might throw them
so
off.
It's a great point you brought up.
Yeah, I knew that. Rob Ryan.
That's a good head of hair, man. I mean, what's his title? Scroll down. Assistant head coach for defense. That's a lot of nonsense. That's the most Dwight Schrute title I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Assistant coach for defense.
The
All
AP
right.
poll was
The AP
released
poll.
today, or not today, this week. Tennessee comes in at number 20 in that. And I know a lot of you are thinking, like, why are we even talking about this? Because it doesn't matter. I'm with you. It doesn't matter. But I feel like it is something that I just want to get everybody's take on, like, who's too high, who's too low. Where did we think Tennessee would be at in this? And obviously, it's all for fun.
Well, and it does
It's
matter.
the
Though.
off season.
It does matter because if you want to be, how much the college football playoff takes into AP and coaches poll, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, sometimes they go their own way. But the AP poll does not relinquish their preseason notions. Whatever they believe in the preseason, they don't go into week one and completely rework it based on actually seeing these teams play. They move them based on, okay, we said they were this before the season, and now this happened. So the only way for Tennessee to really climb high early is to go 5-0 and beat Texas. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're gonna, let's say you go 4-1, you'll still be, the highest you'll be is number 15, the highest.
Yeah.
So it does matter because where you can realistically get mid-season, 3/4 of the way through the season is based on this ranking.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
muted, Trey.
I had a takeaway. Sorry. That I wanted to get your guys' opinion on. So what stood out to me when I first saw it was obviously the number of SEC teams that were in the top 25, including Florida. I came in at 26. They were the next one with high. So here's what I did. I typed into Chat GTP, use their help here, and I wanted Chat to kind of spit out, every SEC team, how many AP top 25, including Florida, because they're like 26 teams they'll face this year. Texas, we've talked about how difficult their schedule is. Do you know how many of their 12 games they'll be playing top 26 teams?
I like that we're saying 26. 7. 8. Ohio State. 8.
Tennessee tied for the fewest in the entire SEC at 3. We talked about a few weeks back about how gettable the Tennessee schedule is this year. And when I saw this AP top 25, it kind of cemented to me like, hey, I know the quarterback, there's questions. I know the defense, there's questions with Jim Knowles and who's going to be that guy. I know there's been lots of injuries. But damn it, guys, this schedule is gettable. The more I see these rankings,
how many top 30 teams do they play?
Pull back. I have a question. Pull back, because I said it does matter, but I mean it shouldn't matter because I hate that. I think after week 1, I really don't think there should be polls until at least week 4, week 5, because then you have a full landscape of what teams look like.
Sure.
And then of course you adjust because you have to, because you're learning new information every single day. But it shouldn't. And Tennessee still wouldn't have that many. I mean, you mentioned who's on the outside looking in. Tennessee only has one opponent that even got votes. Two opponents that got votes.
South Carolina and Vanderbilt. And Auburn, so 3. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't see Auburn on that list. Okay. So it wouldn't, not that it would matter so much for this Tennessee scheduling thing, because I agree with your overall take that there's a lot of, that's why I think 8-4 in a year where your defense may be iffy. You don't have a true pass rusher as of yet. You just lost your most veteran safety, probably your best. You have questions at quarterback right now. That's why I think like 8-4 is your floor. But I'm interested to see because if Shane Beamer does something magical, which I don't think he will at South Carolina, well, that's a top 25 team right there. You talked about Auburn being potentially 4-0. That's a top 25 team right there. Vanderbilt, they have some momentum. They have a good quarterback supposedly coming in. That's a top 25 team if they can piece together the right wins. Their schedule is going to be hard to get. Georgia Tech, they're a team that could be sneaky good this year. They've got a lot to replace, but their running back,
Justice Haynes,
like that, they have talent.
They had two guys. Since we're talking about that stuff that doesn't matter, the Doak Walker Award watch list. 2 Georgia Tech running backs are on that.
Deshaun Bishop's backup last year made it because he transferred. You're telling me he'd be on it if he was still at Tennessee? Peyton Lewis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, so I agree with you. It's gettable, but Texas's top 25 teams could look completely different halfway at the end of the year. So I agree it's gettable, but I just don't like I don't like these preconceived notions of teams, especially in this era. It was always bad in my opinion, but in this era, it's far worse.
So Tennessee plays 4, right? Am I crazy?
Let me go back to this.
You play Texas, you play A&M,
Alabama,
LSU, Alabama. 4. You're right.
Okay.
4.
And they are all in the top 15, by the way, going on your 26th to sneak one in for Texas there, Trey.
Yep. The other thing that stood out to me, I'm sorry, Landon, I feel like I cut you off.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I don't know if you guys look at the first place votes as well. 0 SEC teams with the first place vote. Ohio State 40, Oregon 14, Notre Dame 6, Indiana 8, Miami 1. First time, I think, since 2001, I believe I read, that an SEC team hadn't received a first place vote in a preseason AP top 25.
Which, if they had all gone to Ohio State and Oregon, I would say, all right, fair. The fact that Miami's getting one and Georgia's not getting one or Texas not getting one seems like an overcorrection in this Big Ten dominating era.
Yeah. Can I also say, since we're on the Big Ten dominating, how is Indiana at 6?
They're at 6, and it's crazy. They're at 6 in both. That feels a little disrespectful. That feels like we're just. That's very preconceived notion-y of them. We don't know about these teams.
Yeah. When Miami's ahead of A&M, Indiana's ahead of Miami. This is based off last year. It seems like, except for Indiana. Yeah, they beat Ohio State in Oregon
and Notre Dame. Notre Dame got the proper Notre Dame treatment.
This is the first time, also only the second time Notre Dame's been ranked in the AP top 25, top 5. Only the second time, I believe.
Really?
Preseason, which I thought wild.
That's unbelievable. The
Yeah.
top 5?
Top 5.
In the last 5 years?
Preseason, AP top 25. Yeah.
Where did you see that fact? Is that from the Onion Sports?
I'll double check it here.
I need to.
So Tennessee at number 20, is that surprising to you? Where would you guys have them at?
I think it's fair. I think was it Heather Dinich? Is that her name?
Yeah.
He's like, how are they ranked? How are they?
How are
ranked?
you employed?
Yeah. We talked about 18 probably being pretty close. Let's split the difference and say they're a 19th ranked team in the country. I have no problem ranking SMU. There's a few teams that I'm like, I'd love to see it. Penn State's interesting being up there. I feel like we're putting USC up there as almost like a challenge. Like, this is the year Lincoln Riley has to do something. They've not been a great football team outside of Caleb Williams, who is no longer there.
This is a returning quarterback AP top 25. That's all it is.
Yes.
That's all any of these polls are anymore. And it's crazy because 5-6 years ago, you're like, oh, you have a 5-star quarterback. That's great. This is going to be a really good football team. But now it's like if you don't have a returner that had production the year before, your position at quarterback is looked at as a question mark. No matter what kind of talent you think you have, if he wasn't somewhere else and had a pretty decent year, I mean, that's all USC is. Maava, like, oh, this is his third year, like he's gonna pop off, so USC is gonna be really good. And I think their schedule sucks. Same with Penn State. That's probably why they're ranked as high, even though it should just be for the start of the season. Is that what it is? Is it predicting what they finish, or is it just starting?
So
to a degree, yeah.
It's voter based still at the end of the day. So it's each voter, like some voters will go on the fact of like where we think they'll finish, and then some will do it as where we think they're at right now, given their current roster before the season. So
yeah. Also, Heather, tell me one good reason why Iowa should be above Tennessee. Please.
Yeah.
Because we want to talk about quarterbacks all day long. My God, Iowa is the worst quarterback development program in the country.
Yeah. Trey, real quick, I've got this pulled up here. So read the stat off again, make sure I understood correctly.
So how many times Notre Dame has been ranked top 5 in the AP preseason top 25? I got 3.
I've got going back to when, though.
I think since the creation of the AP top 25, since they did a preseason poll.
What I've got here, and this is the college poll archive. Okay. Going back to, they've had 3 since 2006, but if you go back to 1994, then you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it must have been
6,
since
7, 8. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, they also like 2025, they were 6th.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's not really been hot. Now they've been like 9th, 10th. Like they've been, but yeah, not top 5 since.
One thing Rhonda brought up here that I thought, another thing that kind of stood out to me, Alabama at 11, or Alabama at 13. Sorry, I'm looking at the other polls. Was like a whoa.
When's the last time they've been out of the top 10?
That is Nick Saban treatment, because that's a team that should probably be back there around. I say back there around with the Tennessee range, but I would say the same thing. I could rank them ahead of SMU and Penn State.
Yeah.
And
they did go to a playoff last year.
And
yeah, and they won.
I think their questions aren't unfair, but it's also, I think a lot of the questions being asked of them will be answered. Now that doesn't mean they'll win a national championship. That doesn't mean they'll win 12 games. That doesn't even mean they'll win 10 games. But yeah, I mean, I agree. They have a lot of questions.
How many teams do you think there is that could win a national championship? Realistically, a contender to win a national championship?
7.
Is it the top 7?
It's the top 7.
Okay.
Would you put Miami over A&M? Are you saying A&M just because they can't win anything?
I'm saying,
like, are you leaving them out?
I'm leaving A&M out because I don't believe in Marcel Reed as a national championship winning quarterback.
You hate Nashville. We get it.
I don't think John Mateer is there yet. I think his defense will be good. So I don't have Oklahoma in. And I don't buy anyone else. Well, I think if you gave me the top 7 in the AP poll versus the field, I'd love to know what the Vegas odds would be for the field, because I feel like it's plus odds.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I might flip-flop A&M and Miami. I do believe in Marcel Reed to a degree. I don't necessarily believe in A&M's ability to win big games.
Now, the big stat is every year since 2001, there's been a top 10 team that finishes unranked.
Notre Dame. Just kidding.
I think your candidates are in the 8, 9, 10. Ole Miss is a great candidate. I think Oklahoma and A&M are great candidates for teams that finish outside the top. But it's going to be someone. Statistics show us it will be someone. I think Texas, with how difficult their schedule is, one as well. I mean, Texas realistically.
Outside the top 25, though, that's tough. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at last year. You had Penn State at number 2.
Yep.
And you had Clemson at number 4.
Exactly.
Those are, yeah. I mean, I don't disagree. Those are very.
I could see Texas Tech.
Texas
not
Tech is
being
12, and I could see. I think it'll be very tough for them to make a playoff.
Their schedule helps them for sure.
I thought they were not that I thought they were bad, but I thought they were overrated. They were kind of the expected newcomer of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't seem like they had it all together. I don't know if they make a playoff again.
And then
you see what I'm saying? They didn't make it last year, but I don't think they make it this year as well.
2024, it was Florida State. They were number 10. Remember, they had a 2-win season after that.
Hell yeah.
So it's always someone in the top 10 will finish unranked. And I think because of how difficult the SEC going to 9 games will be for some teams, I think A&M, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Texas, if I had to guess. Notre Dame's schedule is way too easy for it to happen. Maybe
and they can lose to our sisters of the North College and still make a playoff. So it doesn't really matter how easy it is because they're going to get granted as much room as they would like. Now they have a guaranteed playoff spot. You can ride them in. They are a top 12 team because they'll be in the 12-team playoff.
Where do you guys think higher, lower, right at it? Like if I gave you the over-under at 20 for Tennessee to finish the season, where do you think?
Um,
And when I say lower,
that's a bad question to ask me because I would take the over in that scenario because I think we're gonna if I'm putting money on it. If I'm not putting money on it, it doesn't get interesting. I'm voting with my heart at that point. So that's just a bad. I can't answer. Landon can probably more level-headed in that scenario than I am. I've seen him fade the balls.
I mean, here's the thing: if you lose the 4 games that you are expected to lose based off this AP top 25, 8-4, you're probably still around 20.
I was about to say, let me go look at the final
so
rankings.
That's what I have it pulled up. I have last year's pulled up. The highest ranking. Now, obviously, this is with bowl wins included. The lowest ranking of the team in the top 25 would be 9-4. That would be TCU, Michigan, USC, Iowa. There's your boys again.
I could see
Iowa
see 12 to 15. I could also see like a 20-ish also.
So I think the interesting part is I think this is the big thing for this year. You win your big games. If you go and beat one of the Texas and LSU's, Alabama, great, wonderful, awesome. I think for Josh Heupel to really show we're moving forward and we're taking the next step as a program, we have to get rid of that bad loss. You have to. So if you're 8-4,
you got to show good quarterback play also, because if you have good quarterback play this year, no matter who you lose to, next year, the AP poll says, hey, you could be a top 10 team because of who you return.
Sure. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I mean, if you're 8-4 though, and your losses are to what are probably 4 playoff teams, more than likely 4 playoff teams, yeah, you're probably top 20, maybe number 20. Well, then you mix in maybe sneaking a win. You're 9-3. I think the next step for this program is not to go and lose on the road at Arkansas, not to go and lose on the road at South Carolina.
Yeah,
I really don't think Vanderbilt's in play this year, but let's throw them in, for instance. Tennessee's not struggled against those opponents at home because we maybe thought with Oklahoma they did a little bit. Turns out they were probably better than we thought coming in. John Mateer was healthy, able to play, I guess, through that injury better than we thought he would. So I don't see Tennessee struggling with the Auburn at home, who's really the only. So go and steal a Texas and Alabama and LSU. I mean, if you can still on the road against A&M, hallelujah, brother, I'll be there. So yeah, I mean, I think, okay, there you go. So I'd put them on the under, I guess. Go be under 20 or under.
As you were talking, I was looking back. I went all the way back to 2020, so COVID year. It looks like the number is you got to finish with 9 wins. That includes your bowl win. So go 8-4, finish with a bowl win. You're probably top 25 team.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be 8-4. 2025 kind of felt like the season I just described, where you didn't really lose any too bad. You didn't win any too great, except for really, I guess, Alabama was fun. That year was, I don't know. I guess I'd take boring over the disaster of some of the other seasons I've endured as a Tennessee fan. But you know what? I just like to have a fun season. Like I want it to be fun. Yeah, 2022 got chaotic towards the end, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, 2016 was fun too until it wasn't. Also,
2016 went off the rails quick.
Yeah.
One thing before we get into our preview, one thing we didn't talk about with the uniforms I want to talk about, the patches are sold. Axle Logistics.
Yeah.
Also, if you haven't seen Idiocracy, you just be prepared to sell your soul to Axle Logistics because they are coming for you, sir. I mean,
Dude, they're on everything.
You will not be building your empire. They will be building their empire on top of you.
Yeah, the empire's already been built.
Yeah.
Brother.
Remind me of the details. I should have written this down. I thought I would remember it, I guess.
$3 million annually for
For the
5
next
years,
5 years. Yeah.
which is a huge win for Tennessee and Danny White. You look at what the Big 12 did with Monster Energy and their numbers and stuff like that. Because if you're going to go corporate and you're going to sell, by God, go sell and make the best money you can. If they can, I should put a caveat. If they can make sure that based on a $3 million a year for Tennessee basketball, that's the number. If they use that baseline, Tennessee football, as long as you get the big number for that.
That's my question.
Yeah.
So
which there's no reason why it shouldn't.
There's no reason why it shouldn't be a big number, but is that number 15 million? Because that's the gap in my opinion. I think, or not 15, 12 to 15 million. Because I think Tennessee should be
20?
right around 15 to 18 if that's what these other schools have been at. They should. The brand's big. You can argue championship, blah, blah, blah. The brand's big enough.
Well, and you look at home games, you look at ticket sales, all that stuff is Tennessee is in the top 5 or 10 in every category. So it should be super expensive for whoever does that. And the only person I could really see doing that, two people, Pilot or Axel. Axel's just using basketball as this is pretty cool. Let's do it for football too.
But I feel like you're thinking local only. I mean, if you look at the other schools that have done it so far, it's been big national conglomerates.
Yeah.
It's not been local. And I think that's great. I think that's one thing I like about this, whether the number's right or not, is it's a local company that you work with already. And they okayed them not getting their exact logo on the uniform. They got their logo, but not their colors. And I love that. I love that it
doesn't clash.
Right. Yeah. And so I think that part of it is an absolute huge win. And in my opinion, if the next payer is $1 million over, I think that's worth $1 million, in my opinion, to keep your brand only on the uniform. Yeah. As in terms of color scheme, what you see initially. I think that's a huge win. So maybe it has to be a local company with who you work with that does it for football, but I hope that doesn't. This is a money game. Danny White's supposed to be making a ton of money. He raised the most so far. So I hope that doesn't eat into those dollars and cents. So yeah, I mean, I think overall it's a win. I just have a question about the money. Does that make football 12 to 15, that patch?
I think it has to, which I was looking it up. Notre Dame was rumored between 18 and 20, and that was with SoFi. So someone that has no correlations with South Bend, Indiana. But I think that goes to show the branding of Tennessee and Tennessee football is still very strong. The logo holds a lot of weight.
Sure.
We'll see what happens. I don't think there's any major rush. I don't know about you guys. I don't think it's going to be something that has to happen this year. I'd be shocked if it does, honestly. You guys are a lot more plugged in than I do. But
I think it's a good thing that you just didn't take something just to do it.
Yeah.
I think there is a vetting process to this, and I think the basketball one made sense. Like Caleb said, it was local. The colors don't really it meshes with the uniform, even though I know they changed it a little bit, but there's still orange and white and I think black. Yeah. So I think it works for both. And I think that's what you need with one of these deals where it works. It's it's a mutual agreement here.
As far as I'm aware, we just got our first doink of the year. Baylor's up 10-0 on a doink.
I saw it was 4th and 16.
It was 4th and 16. Big kick.
Also
made.
saw where DGG, they fumbled a snap, and he just picked it up and ran it 10 yards
Love
up
that.
the middle.
Love that. Overall, I think this is a win. Curious to see where football goes. It's been interesting. I wonder if football will end up having one this season, or if maybe a deal won't get put in place yet. And it looks like for the not majority, that's not the right word, but a lot of the country, it doesn't seem like these deals are falling into place just quite yet. Maybe people are wanting the numbers that they're wanting, and that's not happened.
Sure.
We'll see how that unfolds. Landon, I know you sent the tweet, but I would like to extend Carson Newman. Give us a call. Maybe we can work out a more important issues patch on the jersey. That's the only thing I can think we could afford.
I don't know. They're big time now. They're just giving away helmets and stuff. I couldn't even.
It gets foggy.
I steal mine.
Don't. We're trying to get a jersey patch, man.
I had to do that.
Do a Talons up so they know we're legit.
Talons up.
I dropped it gets foggy at Mossy Creek.
Yeah, it was
so
10
they
years
really know
ago,
we're about
but
business.
I literally had to give my sweats back, and some people had sweats that like the hood was like cut out of it, or like one side of the sweatpants were a different color than the other because of fading and stuff.
So I mentioned it that Tennessee couldn't give theirs to local high schools because of recruiting rules. It is hilarious, though, that in the same week that we saw Tennessee hand-me-downs appear on their practice field, that they send just a box of those Nike T-shirts alone now are like $35.
Yeah.
Lots of money to a guy who will never wear them.
Yeah, what does he do with all
and
that?
Random gray tennis shoes. I'm assuming there's a Goodwill by his house in Tampa that is just a field day of a hunt. I've got to get down there. We need to. I said it. We need to send John Gruden a box. Just have him open it.
We'll make it a big box. We won't put as much stuff in there.
Well, I think we just send him a bunch of Carson Newman just sent him a bunch of gray T-shirts. So he's pulling it out for 15 minutes. But it's just gray T-shirts.
Okay. Yeah, we do gray T-shirts, and instead of like paying to put like a logo on it, we just throw a sticker on there.
Okay.
He's not going to wear it anyway, so why are we wasting a lot of money on that?
He's the man. I know he has Jefferson County and East Tennessee ties, but for him to pull out that much knowledge about Carson Newman is incredible. What goes on in that man's brain?
He just kept naming off former player after former. He's like, they got a fullback in 1990.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Right. Yeah, it's wild. I have this bank of knowledge that couldn't touch what John Gruden has about the most random stuff. I can't even think of something that comes to mind, but I want that. That's the bank of knowledge I want.
Yeah. Yeah, like my bank of knowledge is very much of like colleges, like where guys went to college, like Jerry Rice, Mississippi Valley State. I don't know why I know that, but
see, I don't even have that. I could have probably done Jerry Rice if you gave me enough time, just because he's a big name.
Yeah.
But I don't even have that. I could probably tell you the college's first mascot, maybe.
Okay. Or just like a random Tennessee player.
Yeah. Even that, I was going through the years the other day of players' uniforms. Like, I don't even know who this guy is. Like, I could get some distance in there, but
Or we went to a game, was it 2 years ago, where we went and tailgated over at Circle Park, and they're getting off the bus, and
you're good with faces. You mentioned, I said it. Yeah,
I could go name for name on anybody who got off the bus.
Yeah, I don't have that facial recognition.
Again, useless knowledge. It doesn't help with anything.
Which I think me and Trey were talking about it. You were playing Mr. Mayor at the Smokies game. You ran into like 8 people you knew. And Trey's like, who is? I was like, I have no idea who that is. I was like, I might know him. There's a chance, but I would never know his face, especially like Landon does. And we walked away, and sure enough, I did know that guy.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
So sorry to him. Not good with faces. So
I forgot you stayed up there was it one weekend you stayed up there?
I think so. And I'd met him several times because we had other mutual friends.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I did. I don't even know if he was there that weekend, honestly.
I think he was there for a little bit.
It was a wild night.
Yeah, he left, I think, like that weekend, but he was there when y'all got there, I think.
Gotcha.
All right. Talking about safeties.
Safeties. More DBs. Sorry for last week. I didn't know I had DBs. I was talking about safeties. I'm shocked, Landon. I think I even specifically asked about Joel Wyatt. I guess you were just like, yeah, maybe.
Well, that's the funny thing. I think the next day it was being talked about that he was given corner a go. So
I was ahead of my never wrong. Just sometimes I really
exactly. But yeah, we're going to talk about some safeties. Before we do that, Caleb, I was looking at that hat. I love that hat.
Thank you. I'm a big fan. Love Smokey.
Yeah, and we love Hovey Dry Goods. So if you get a chance, go to hoveydrygoods.com, use promo code MORE for 15% off that purchase. They got a new cream hat. Have you seen that?
Yes, that's gorgeous. The orange bill.
Pretty sick. So yeah, y'all need to get over there to Hovey Dry Goods. They are the best in the business. They'll get you that hat quick. You need it for game days, so go ahead and stock up and use that promo code MORE for 15% off that purchase.
Can I say something one thing before we get into safeties, just going back to how we finish ranked and whatnot? I said I think that's the next step for the program, to not lose a game you should. And that's not my belief every year, because that's just football. Like, if it was chalk, nobody would watch. Like, there's always going to be some mayhem and craziness. And I'm not saying Josh Heupel should never lose a game he's supposed to win, but he's been really good at that. And oftentimes ones that you don't expect, they sneak up on you. Mm-hmm. There needs to be a year where the games you should win are chalk. Like, that should happen occasionally. And we're in year 6, and that's not happened yet. You dropped a game you shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, you have to find a year where you do that. That's how you win championships. So that's kind of what I mean by that. That's not my expectation going forward of Josh Heupel.
Yeah, got to do that. I mean, you look at South Carolina, Arkansas, like those are your two like road games that like, hey, you can't let get away. I know some people have already like called that, and the reason why they're calling that is because he has lost those games in the past. Yep. So, got to figure that out. Safeties.
This is a position you're going to need to figure out to do that. It's going to be interesting.
Already some bad news recently with this group, losing Idris Farouk for the year. Just a tough blow to a group. I think you have, I mean, obviously you had higher hopes because this was the Achilles heel of the defense last year. It just was not good at all.
Yeah.
And like, if we're going, like, let's look at the safeties the last couple of years. The best one you've had probably is Will Brooks.
Oh, in the high player?
Yeah.
1,000%.
Besides Theo Jackson. Theo Jackson's last year, he was pretty good. Other than that, it's.
I think I'd take Sir William Brooks.
But I mean, like, it hasn't, like, that's been. You haven't recruited super well. The portal hasn't been great.
You haven't recruited super well, but I will say it's disappointing because I feel like you've recruited okay. I mean, you mentioned Idris Farouk. He's been here. This would have been his junior year, right? Yes.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hope for Sidney Walton, who did get some run last year. Didn't look great, but I do think that's valuable that he got run. Like, I have some hope that he's buried in the depth chart right now, but with injuries, like, he's a guy that I'm like, hey, you've been here. Mm-hmm. Can you figure it out and take that next step? And then, I mean, in this portal, this is new, but you go and get TJ Metcalf, who's a big pickup.
Yeah, that was somebody you had to have. I mean, over the last 2 seasons when he was at Arkansas and then Michigan, 114 tackles, 4 picks. Like, he has produced in this league. He produced in the Big Ten. So whichever one you think is the best, he's been in it. And I think he's a guy that can come up and hit somebody. I think he has good ball skills. He just seems like a super athletic linebacker. And I think that's what you want in a safety, especially what you've had recently. Like, you haven't had anybody that come up and support you in the run game. Maybe like
Idris. I mean, that was where he wasn't great in coverage. He was
right
supporting the run game.
But and they had high hopes for him, and that's what sucks. It seems like he was going to be one of your better defenders this season, and obviously he gets hurt for the year. Like that sucks. It sucks for the position because, and I know we talked about this, I think last show, about across the country, it's like the depth isn't there anymore.
Right. Right.
Number one, you can't afford it. And number two, nobody's with the transfer portal, nobody's sitting around waiting to play.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. So you're already kind of razor thin there. So you lose him for the year, and now you're super thin. I mean, you have TJ Metcalf. Luckily, they got Dejon Lane from Penn State, comes over with Poindexter and Knowles, has been in the system, but not a ton of production, not a ton of play. Like, he hasn't been a true starter, but he's the guy now. So he's got to come in and produce. I think you have some young talent behind those guys. Like Dylan Lewis, he had 1 tackle last year. I mean, just no production. Luckily, I think there is some lag with Dylan Lewis because he is from Milton, the same high school Ty Redmond was at. Both those guys, were nightmares for opposing quarterbacks for years in the state of Georgia. So I think there is some talent there. I mean, but we'll see.
And then you also add in DJ Burks, who obviously isn't the most talented guy on this roster, but he does have experience. Got a lot of run at Appalachian State.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that's valuable. How much run he'll get, how much use he'll be, probably mostly be due to injury. So hopefully there's no more there.
Yeah,
but
probably
he is a guy
little
that I think
limited athletically, but
right.
In terms of experience and knowing where to be, I feel like he's a guy that you can probably depend on in a pinch.
Yeah. Which knowing where to be and how to play, I think that's another wrinkle. I think it's a good wrinkle to have to brought in Anthony Poindexter.
And he's so bad, right?
Yeah, but it is a wrinkle in the mix of all these question marks of personnel. You also have, this is a new defensive coordinator. This is a new safeties coach. So I think that is a factor. I mean, it could prove to be great for this group. The new way they're operating. Hopefully the learning curve's just not too big. I mean, you're not really using a ton of guys that were just married to one coach or one system. It's a lot of new faces. So I don't foresee it being a huge problem.
Yeah. I mean, just like Dejon Lane, he's going to start now, but he was not projected to start, and he came over here from Penn State. So it's not like it's the end all be all that these guys have been in the system for a year. Maybe that helps him a little bit to get started, get his feet wet. But I think they were really excited about Idris Farouk, and that's just unfortunate.
And real quick, just to mention Joel Wyatt one more time, because he was an edge guy as well. And we're letting him play safety at 6'4". Now he is like 210, 220. It's not huge. If he's not going to impact in safety, should we try to move him down into the box? We need a pass rusher.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, that's a Jim Knowles thing where it seems like he's going to play bigger guys at the edge this year. And if Joel Wyatt's weighing 210, I mean, that's probably not going to happen.
If we run that stupid cheetah package, he should be right. He should be the first guy out there. Cheetah package. Let's pull out the guy who just made the sack on 3rd and 8. Get him off the field. He's useless. He ran down that quarterback, but forget him.
Well, and if they do like a 3 safety look, which I think they were real excited to do that this year until Idris Farouk got hurt, is he a guy, and he's got to know where to be, and that's probably part of his, hurdle is probably just learning everything. But is he just a guy that you kind of throw out there and let him go be an athlete if you're going to throw 3 safeties out there anyway?
Man, I don't know. I have a lot of questions. This is a position I'm really not too excited to see because there's so many questions. I mean, I think TJ
before.
I was excited because I was excited to see if Idris took that next step because I was a big fan of his, and I had there were a lot of plays I was upset with him about because but I'm going to credit a lot of it to youth, and so I was excited about him. I think TJ Metcalf is a great transfer. So the depth not so much, but I thought those 2 guys. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think they'd be the anchor of this defense by any means, but yeah, I was a lot more excited than I am now.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be your worst group.
Right. And now I have questions.
And now it might be. It could be. And
I kind of
that's
hope
not
it
a
is because that means we probably are better at defensive line than I thought.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what all that kind of looks like. I'm interested with this group, like you said. I do like Anthony Poindexter a whole lot. So that kind of it makes me think that we're going to be better. You got to be better at that position than you were last year. Have to, 100%.
I don't know what's going on. I don't have. Are they just coming out at halftime? I don't have the volume on. They are showing Marshall Manning throwing a football. No, it's 10-3, 7:40 left. Is he just staying loose?
Yeah, he's just waiting on his time, man.
Get up next to the coach, young buck. He's got to know you're there.
I think
he doesn't care if you're warming up.
I think he's just throwing with the quarterback.
Okay.
I think.
This is just classic Manning. Like, we're going to show him and not the starter.
Not the starting quarterback.
All right. I didn't know what was going on. I just thought, hey, maybe we're going to see a 14-year-old future quarterback.
I could be wrong, but that's what it is weird they just keep showing him.
There's they haven't shown a single other player.
I'm listening to it. They're just giving breakdowns about how Dad thinks he's a good player and blah blah blah.
Okay.
He's just warming
his dad
up.
thinks he's a good player. I mean,
yeah, talking about his footwork and.
To be fair, if there was any parent that was going to say, "Hey, he's not got it," it would be a Manning.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but if I had to pick one to
and here comes the starter.
Yeah. What are we doing? Come on. Yeah. I do like that they're both wearing turtlenecks. That's
also,
classy.
like we don't have this, and I'll just kind of throw it in because it is looped in with the defensive backs, but the star position, Quay Moss, going to be the starting star. I think it's another position in the secondary where it feels like it's really razor thin, and you're going to have to depend on him to be really good. But bottom line, at star, at safety, you just weren't good enough last year, and it cost you some games. I think they're excited about Quay Moss. He's got to stay healthy. He's going to have to play a ton because I just don't really know what's behind him other than a freshman and Jamie and Theodore.
I got real excited. I almost said it. I'm glad I looked it up. I almost said, you know who else went to West Georgia? He went to West Alabama.
Who did?
Tyreek Hill. Went to West Alabama. Quay Moss.
Oh, was that West Georgia first before Kansas State? Yeah,
Yeah.
And he's another guy. Like, I don't know what you do at star, but if you're going to go 3 safeties, I mean, he's probably one you can throw in and just keep him on the field.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
Yeah, I'm excited about the star position. I think more so than the safeties.
Okay. Fair enough. It's only one guy to worry about. That makes it a little bit easier. But all right.
Yeah, we got a 50-50 shot. All right, last thing before we get to our kind of segments here to wrap up the show. Tennessee lands another top quarterback in the state of North Carolina, and that is 4-star Caden Kraft out of Mooresville is the top quarterback in the state of North Carolina. That'd be 2 of the last 3 years Tennessee has gotten the top quarterback in that state. And they've just done a really good job in that state since Josh Heupel's been here. James Pierce, Faison Brandon, David Sanders, now Caden Kraft. I think I don't know if you've watched his highlights. When you see kind of the quarterbacks, they have all the cleats, the spats and all that stuff. You're like, okay, like this guy can probably sling it, but what's he doing when a play breaks down? Dude, this kid can run.
He better with the spats. I mentioned the spats.
and run well.
Yeah, he's an athlete.
He seems super athletic, and I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, it's a big pickup. I think that's obviously been a focal point of Josh Heupel and his staff is they're going to try to bring in a talented quarterback in every class because it almost feels unnecessary. But I think that's a goal of theirs, and they'll let it sort itself out kind of deal. I mean, we thought this would be Nico's last year, and Faison Brandon would just sit behind him and learn, and here we are. So, I mean, I think it's also a good thing to go ahead and kind of have that loaded up and ready.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Wait a second. What number is Marshall Manning? He's 16, no? He's in the game. He just threw an out route.
Oh,
Trey, am I losing it?
Oh, and DGG tried to dap him up, and he was not having it. Yeah, he did just throw that.
Is their QB injured? What's his name? Ole Miss guy?
Keegan something. Keegan Croucher.
Keegan Croucher.
We've got a Manning on TV. What are we doing?
Dude, I told you. Told you.
I've already broken my rule. I didn't know Baylor would do this game one to me.
Marshall Manning giving the ball to DGG. You kidding me?
We came to watch DGG. We stayed for Marshall Manning.
I mean, DGG's going to win a Heisman, win a national championship, and then give the keys to Marshall Manning.
These guys at Baylor know exactly what they're doing. They're on ESPN2. They put him in for 2 plays, and now he's back on the sideline.
Yeah, like a helmet had to come
All
off.
The coaches are wrapping him up. Like, what? It's 10-3. They're in a close game.
They're like, hey, 10, you have to pee, right? You got to pee.
They're trying to sell tickets, guys. That's what they're doing.
I mean, that's electric.
Sorry to steal from Caden Kraft. I'll just look over and a Manning's throwing an out route down the field. I mean, what's going on? All right.
Was it completed?
It was. It was a first down play. Went
freaking
for 8 yards.
Are you kidding me?
Quick out.
Why'd I even ask? I knew.
It was a good ball. Had to throw it over a guy. Kept it low away.
He's going to be so good at SMU.
They're not going to send him to another Texas school. Get out of here.
All right, I got some questions too. Do you want to get to those, or you want to do our snake draft here?
Let's knock out some questions. We can get to our snake draft if we have time. Or
okay. Yeah, first question I got: what is your favorite game day outfit? What's the fit look like?
Wearing orange. That's a big one, but I even mixed it with the turtleneck 2024 Alabama game.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed it with that. That was a good look. Marty
Huggins.
Marty Smith even complimented the fit that game. So,
heck yeah.
I'm basic. I'm a jeans. Usually I'll go like a black pair of jeans. Either a t-shirt or a polo and a sweatshirt. And if I get too hot, I can take the sweatshirt off and just be tee or polo under.
Are you going jeans to Texas?
God, no.
Okay.
You didn't ask what I'm wearing to Texas.
I know. I just wanted to clarify.
If it was possible, I'd be going there buck naked to Texas, dude.
Damn, that would be a whole lot of ass.
You're going to be so red.
A whole lot of ass.
I mean, you'd be peeling for weeks from places you didn't even know got sun.
Yeah.
I think mine is I love a crew neck, and my favorite one is my dad's old one that has like the Vol-Star logo and it's got Neyland Stadium on it. A little bit oversized, but that's my go-to. That's my favorite one. And some joggers. Give me some joggers. I'm not gonna wear that at Texas. I will be in shorts.
Buck naked,
yeah. Yeah. I've been running, so I've been working on my cheeks too, Trey.
You ain't been running.
You're trying to get you're getting in shape to go butt naked to a game. All right, I'll see.
I'm getting ready for tailgate season. I know how many carbs I consume in a day. So
I was thinking about that. I've been really working hard at watching what I eat and like what I drink and really what I put in my body and like work out the last like 3 months. And I was thinking about this yesterday. It's all about to go to shit. Like
it's kind of useless. Yeah.
Well, it's just gonna be gone.
Love it. Next one. Who is the best defensive player on this football team?
Ugh. I mean, it's got to be one of the linebackers.
I mean,
I'm going to say Arion Carter until Amari Campbell proves differently.
Yeah, I'd probably go Arion Carter. What if we took Arion Carter out? Would you go Amari Campbell?
Yeah, take Amari Campbell out, and then I've got to really think on it. Am I going to go Ty Redmond? Am I going to go Tyree Weathersby? It gets a lot thinner, I think, if you take Amari Campbell out.
Could Xavier Gillum be the best?
Could be.
Question mark. I think Ty Redmond's a good one. I think there's a ton of potential there.
It could also be TJ Metcalf.
It could be TJ Metcalf.
Kind of in the Xavier. I want to see him do it at Tennessee.
Dude, it could also be Edwin Spillman. He could be your most talented linebacker.
I mean, if you take those two out, I would assume they're not playing, so it probably is Edwin Spillman.
Yeah. I mean, they're just going to run this quarterback all the time, just knowing that they get to throw Marshall Manning in there if he gets hurt. All right, next question. What is one thing Heupel can improve on?
Penalties.
I think game management and timeouts. It's gotten better,
Sure.
but the Georgia game, the Oklahoma game last year, it's just I feel like
Okay, but to be
managed
fair to the
timeouts.
Georgia game, he had us in a position to win.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you. I didn't like revisionist history, and I'm going to get in front of this. I'm a speech therapist who helps out on a podcast 2 days a week. I am not a football coach, but
I didn't know where that was going. Okay.
I think when Tennessee first got that ball back, before Georgia got the last score, the 3 runs, like just boom, 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 not trying to get a first down. Like that's a great example of what I feel like his clock management skills and the use of timeouts and not using timeout. I just feel like he has mismanaged timeouts in close games a lot.
Old soul, old man take. 2 things. Only one thing can go wrong if you're on the football. Was it one thing go wrong if you're on the football? 2 things go wrong if you throw the football.
Yeah.
You were in a position to win that game. You had to milk clock. And I think we did. I'd have to go back and see how much time we shaved, but I thought we milked clock there. The name of the game was don't screw it up there. And then we also should have had a first down. We missed a block. Like they ran plays that if they were executed better, you would have kept the ball. I don't disagree. I would have loved to have seen a kill shot, but you can't guarantee me a kill shot against Georgia's even weak-ish, like comparatively speaking to Georgia, because they're not weak. They weren't a weak secondary.
I didn't want a kill shot. I wanted a first down.
I agree. I think we could have been more creative, but I also think people are pretending that it was a gimme, like we go and throw a bomb to. You're right.
Kind
That
of
there's
did
middle
that the whole
ground.
first half, but
Yeah, but you were playing with house money in the first half.
Yeah.
There, you're not. Like
you also had faith in the kicker to just kick the field goal. Like if he kicks the field
Caleb
goal,
said, you had the game. You had an opportunity to win.
I think
revisionist history.
Mine's be more balanced. Like, why can't we have a good defense and a good offense together? Why do we got to have a shit offense and a good defense, or a shit defense and a good offense? Why are we doing that? Give me more balance somehow, some way. Hopefully Jim Knowles is the key to that. That's the hope. But man, help yourself out by being a little bit more balanced. You win a lot more football games.
So something I hadn't considered real quick, because I was like, wait a minute. We did kick a field. We scored on that drive. Max Gilbert kicked a 48-yard field goal. I'm pretty sure from the right hash on the drive that
we're talking about. No,
talking
right
about.
Before Georgia got the ball back.
Yeah, we went up 40. We went up 7 there. It was 35-30. We ran 4 plays for 4 yards.
What about?
We also had a
fumble.
Yeah, we also had a false start to start the drive, which is going into my point.
Penalties.
If Josh Heupel, again, program builder, we have to stop being so penalized. I heard it brought up. Is it worth the hurry? Running the hurry? No, penalties are costing you games. You started that drive 1st and 15. Deshaun Bishop rips off a 3-yard run. He rips off a 4-yard run. He rips off a 2-yard run. You're 4th and 1 there. If you start off 4th and 10 or 1st and 10, and you have options. It's penalties. They call. That Arkansas game, penalties.
Yep. Also, gotta find more stability at quarterback.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this is your answer to that. But your best year you had a guy who was a second-year starter. Since then, you haven't had the same guy start. So
Does that change? Because it changes my thought even more, Trey, that you got pushed out of field goal range more than likely with that false start penalty. So now you're fighting to get back into field goal range to make it a 1-score game rather than a 1-score game to tie rather than 1-score game to lose.
You're right.
It changed my. I didn't even realize that.
I'm just the speech therapist who helps out on a podcast 2 days ago.
All right, that's all the questions I got. So appreciate y'all submitting those. Continue to drop those in the chat. We'll get to them as we can. Snake draft, all name team.
Yeah, I'm gonna suck at this because I have so many names. And also, did you guys have like a method to your madness? Are you guys like, hey, I think this is funny, or like, because some of them I don't necessarily think are funny. I think are awesome. Some of them I think are funny. Some of them are just so like at least in my honorable I have one honorable mention that I'm like, that's just hilarious that's someone's name. Not even funny. Like it wouldn't make me laugh.
I just thought funny and unique and just like names you don't read often.
And then like football names. I kind of thought along that line. Like we talk about baseball names a lot. I think there's some football names.
Yeah.
All right. I think Trey's up first. I can't remember. I have to go look. I think it's Trey, Landon, me.
Okay. I'm going to start out strong here. This one is a junior defensive tackle from the University of Alabama. I'm talking about Steve Bolo Boomwa.
It's a great one.
Boomwa.
Steve Bolo.
Am I third?
You're second.
Second, okay. Dude, I got to go with a classic here. Give me Cadillac Williams.
See, so many good options. I'm gonna go with a running back out of Texas A&M, and I thought it was cool to begin with, and then I heard how he pronounced it. He pronounces it Tigers Riding with an S. There's no S in his name, but he said Tigers Riding. It's Tiger Riding Jr. is how it's spelled, and that is just a phenomenal. And he's a running back. You kidding me? Dude's riding tigers. Number one, that was one for me. Number two, yeah, I'm flipping through a lot of. This one's one I love. Maybe too high, but I love it. I'm going to stick with a running back. I love Fluff Bothwell.
Dang it, I wanted Fluff.
I love Fluff.
Fluff's a good one. He's a good back too.
He is.
He's a good back.
I expected him to go grab a bag this offseason. Credit to him for staying.
Yep. It's me again. I'm going to go Alabama defensive back, Clinton Dix.
Are you going all time? I thought you were with Cadillac Williams.
When you said Cadillac, you were talking about like the Cadillac Williams from.
Are we not doing all? Are we just doing like?
I just did this season.
Season.
Shit, my bad. I mean, I can go back and do these again.
I mean, I feel like that's tough. You'd have to go through a whole. I mean, I went through every single roster. Like Same. It was intensive.
Okay.
It took me like.
So
you
y'all did a lot more work than me. Did you say just this season?
I didn't say just this season.
I thought
didn't say that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want? I can start over. I have some names.
There's a 21-year-old named Lloyd. He's on my list.
I got a offensive lineman. This will be my first pick, I guess, since I'm going to take Cadillac Williams. SMU offensive lineman King Large.
I thought we were doing only SEC.
Is it only SEC? God almighty.
I was just going to go with it at this point.
Same.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I've absolutely botched this. All right, I got another one. I'll go Rocky Beers. He's at Oklahoma.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I didn't want it. It was a layup. That's why I didn't hit it. I'm shocked he's still in school. I feel like we heard his name 8 years ago. Do you want me to give you another one?
Dude.
Take Trinidad. I should have taken that in one of my first two. That's a sick name.
No. I mean, all these are like former ones that I had.
Nitro Tuggle. You want him?
Is he still at Georgia?
He's at Georgia.
He's at Georgia.
No, he's at South Carolina. Sorry.
Okay.
Todd Buster.
Dang.
Top Buster's a good one.
General Booty, he's not at Oklahoma still, is he?
He's at Louisiana Monroe, I'm pretty sure.
Jeez.
You can have QB Reese. It's funny because he's not a quarterback. I have Idris Farouk on mine. That's a great name.
That's a good name. Is
We also have
Octavius Oxendine still at Kentucky?
I didn't see him. I don't think so.
I didn't see him on the list.
Tennessee also has a Grady Dangerfield, which is it's a strong name. There's a guy from Missouri named Chase Missouri.
There's a Phoenix Jackson at Arkansas.
Jamrock Grimsley.
I think we're just giving them all out now here, Caleb.
I'm just giving my honorable mentions at this point.
Do you want to hear the names I had?
I
had
do.
Kip Lewis. I had Booger McFarland. I had Squirrel White. I had Pig Howard. There's another
names.
player called Pig Cage.
That's insane.
Oh, at Arkansas, right?
There's a Racing
Yeah.
Delgatti at Alabama. You want that one?
Caleb, why don't me and you just do 4 and
Yeah.
Landon, you can have your 4 after that. You can pick. You get slim pickings here.
Okay.
There's a
that's
lot.
fine. So I got
50
Rocky
names.
Beers.
Okay.
That's all I got for now.
All right.
One that this is my personal favorite. I love Trey Green at LSU. He's an amazing player, but we get so many Trey somethings, but I've never heard until last year Trey Dez, and I love Trey Green.
Well, I wasn't going to talk about the absurdity of some of these names either. Some of them I wrote down because I was like, that's absurd.
Yeah. Trey Dez is absurd, but it's such an awesome Trey hyphen name. So
Yeah.
And then flipping back around to me, I love Deuce Knight at Ole Miss, quarterback.
I wrote down Deuce Knight. It's a great name. I do think him and Deuce Alexander have to fight for the Deuce. Who gets to wear number 2? There's also 2 Beavers unrelated of note. Two guys with the last name Beavers on Ole Miss's roster. That's crazy.
Cedric Beavers is one of them.
And Cameron Beavers.
Cameron Beavers.
My next one, third, is Princewell
Umamielen. And his brother, Prince Lee.
That's where does he play? I want that name.
He was
I like
at
it better
Ole
than
Miss,
Prince.
and now
He's
he's
with
in
the
the
Panthers,
NFL.
and I
He's with
think
the Panthers.
Prince Will, and then the last name I'm not even going to try to say it again. It's phenomenal.
Umamielen.
I've got 2. Turns out I have 2 Mississippi State guys on here because this is McGee. Not San Francisco, San Frisco. I don't know what to do with that other than tell you it. So there you go.
Caleb, I want to give these off to you here real quick. I know this isn't all SEC, but the Umamielen brothers, Prince, Princely, Prince Will, and Princeton.
That's absurd. I've got some honorable mentions that I think need to be mentioned. Hollywood Smothers. Did we say that? You want to say that?
Mm-mm.
Sandre Afua with not apostrophe. Why can't I think of it? In quotations. Papa. He has that in quotations. I don't know where that originates from. John Wayne Oliver. That's a strong one, Landon. A kid named after John Wayne, and he's from Alabama, so you have to use all 3 names when you address him. John Wayne Oliver.
Jeez.
Fred, also in quotations, JR, spelled Jayr, not the letters JR. JR Johnson. That's insane.
Talon Taylor at Georgia is a good one. And then Boogie Johnson at Mississippi State.
Yep. Parker Billy Puckett. I mentioned Chase Missouri. We also have 2 guys in the SEC with the last name Work, which I think is strong. Lunch pail guys. Ryder Mix, Reed DeQuazy. DeQuazy's wild.
That is DeQuazy.
That's DeQuazy. I like this one. I like
Stephylan Green. I like Stephylan Green. It's a good name.
Stevie Bentley Quimjoa Uwandi at Florida. He's a freshman.
I've got that one. Yeah. I think you have to say all 4 names.
I think you
and
do
I couldn't
too.
pronounce them, so I didn't. Another one on Mississippi State, Fat Forest.
Okay, I want to do this before we get out of here. So this comes from my wife, and I think this perfectly ties into pronouncing names in today's snake draft. I want you guys. We're gonna go every other. So Caleb's gonna say the first word. Landon's gonna say the second. I want you to say these words.
I've got a lot of these. Some of them I'm throwing
Caleb.
off. Epitome.
Q.
Okay, Land.
It's pronounced Cornell. It's the highest rank in the Ivy League. Colonel.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Bowie.
Forte.
Nice. Okay.
Is that not how it's pronounced?
Okay, Landon. No, you got it.
Okay. I think I know this one. I'm guessing a little bit, but I think I know this one.
Is it feng shui?
No.
Fuchsia was my guess.
Fuchsia was the answer.
Fuchsia.
Okay.
Jeez, I don't know.
Do you want the next one, Landon, or you want me to get it?
Oh, that's egregious.
That is so egregious. Draught.
Conscientious.
Yeah, you got it.
I was gonna say that's such a weird one. Like I've said it aloud, but it's
Yeah.
This one I don't know if I've ever seen this. Like, what can you use it in a sentence without, I guess, using it?
I can't use it in a sentence.
My first thing that popped into mind was like edict, but I don't know if that's how that's spelled. I would imagine it's spelled with an E, but I could see an I.
I got 3 out of 10 right. She roasted me.
How many did she get?
I bet she got 10 out of 10.
What's this last one? Do you know it?
I'll ask her.
I don't even know. Indict. I would have gotten 9 out of 10 since I got lucky on fuchsia.
Indict.
Yeah, I was about to say indict.
Oh my gosh, I've seen that word so many times.
Yeah, I think the only one
I guess I usually see it as
fuchsia one
indictment.
the fuchsia one got me.
I said fuchsia, I think.
That was the one that stood out and I really thought about for a minute.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I said fort. I said bayou.
Like Will Fort and Matt Fort.
And
No
then
relation.
I couldn't say I knew it was conscientious, but I couldn't say it. I got it there.
Conscientious. Yeah, I'd struggle with that one. Last one, Landon. This is another one you can have if you'd like. Khalifa Keith, former Tennessee guy.
Where's he at?
Alabama.
I wonder if he's related to Mia.
More than likely. Shadarius Tootle. That's a all-time name. And then going back in the Alabama names, John Henry Flatt. Again, I think you have to use all 3 names when talking about them, which is wild. We have a John Wayne and a John Henry.
Fellas,
really creative in the South.
I'm going to show you this real quick. This is the last thing I'm going to show. Share screen. Since we were all talking when it happened. We ready for it?
Yeah. Oh, I saw this. Don't worry. I saw the out route. Yeah, he rolls. A little sprint right. Josh Heupel's going to love that sprint right.
I mean, it's just textbook.
Brent would just throw a bomb.
Who they throw it to? One?
Number 4. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, guys, I botched this. I'm sorry. That's on me.
It's okay, man.
Okay.
Well, listen. This isn't just on you. This is on. I got to communicate better. We got to have better communication in the huddle.
Boys, this is our last Sunday. It's Thursday. Shoot, this is.
It's our last Thursday.
Our last Thursday. I was gonna say. I thought it was Sunday. I was gonna say our last Sunday podcast for college football, but we only got one more Thursday podcast before college football's back.
Isn't there?
Hell yeah!
Isn't there
Week
something
0 is
on?
awesome.
No, it's all on. It's all on Saturday. Which the week 0 slate isn't bad. There's a lot of good teams playing football.
Better than normal.
Yep.
Can't wait. Fired up. Can't take no more.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. You'd have to.
Lagonza Hayward. I'll take him.
I was going to mention him. It's just disappointing he's not a running back. That's a running back name, man.
He goes by Shady.
Oh, you got to go by Lagonza.
I think this one's cool too. Hayward Howard Jr.
Yeah, strong name. Arlig Boardingham.
Our next week, are we gonna give our final prediction for game by game? I think we should break down Tennessee's schedule at some point here.
I want to mention this one. This is an unfortunate name. Trashunda Neal, spelled Trashundon. Got to be tough growing up. Got to be tough in college football to have trash in your name. And then I did mention there's a guy named Lloyd. There's an adult male running around, not 60 years old, named Lloyd. I love that. I kind of want to name my son Lloyd.
Putting an LA on the name Norris is pretty awesome. So I'll go Lenoris Sellers.
Lenoris. Yeah. And you know what his dad's name is?
Lamoris.
Michael.
Norris. I found that out last. Me and Annie were watching College Game Day last year, and they did a segment on Lenoris, and they talked about him. They popped up the dad's name. No, they just popped up the name, and it was like Norris Sellers, and we both looked at each other and just started dying laughing.
Do you think they call him just Law around the house?
I bet.
Just to keep the confusion down.
You got Big Norse and Little Norse.
I know I've shared this on the podcast, but I'll share it. Trey, I doubt you've heard the story. My mom taught for several years in her younger years, and she had a student named Peja May, and she showed up to or they showed up to Parents Night Out or some student parent teacher conference, and my mom was like, that name is beautiful. Where did you all find that? She said, well, we saw it in a Sears catalog, and kind of took my mom back. Later that night, she was looking at the name written down. It was Pajama. They named their child Pajama.
Peja May.
Beautiful name.
Where'd your mom teach at?
I think she just taught at Moreland Heights for a few years before she opened her daycare. Go Rockets.
My mom had a classmate. Her name was Inita, and she came from the Dick family.
Like Dick Sporting Goods. Was it actually? Their last name's Dick?
They showed me the yearbook. They named their daughter Inita. That should put you in DCFS right there.
Yeah. There was another one that I thought, man, that mom had to be drugged out. Not in a bad way, just, pregnant women, when they're going to labor, they're in a lot of pain. So they do give them. There was one that was spelled that I was like, that had to be a mistake. Maybe I didn't write it down.
My brother's godmother, her name is Donette, and her dad's name is Don, and her mom's name is Annette. So they named her Donette.
Landon knows an Arnie and an Arnita. All right, that's it for me tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, thank y'all so much for listening. Go check out our good friends at Roback.com. Use promo code MORE, 20% off that purchase. New emails only. Appreciate you guys listening. We'll be back on Sunday talking more, I'm sure, of fall camp. We'll have another scrimmage by then. So
maybe a quarterback.
Maybe. We'll see. You have some schools already releasing that are playing week 0, so timeline adds up. So
what did Pete Nako say? I didn't read it because I saw he called a shot. What did he?
He said face on Brandon.
Yeah, he's been there for like a month though, hasn't he?
Yeah. So I think if you're reading everything, it seems like it's phase on Brandon's job. It was.
Except if you're reading the Bussing with the Boys.
Yeah, I don't know where that one came from, but whatever. Yeah. Thank y'all again. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all in the chat. Go check us out on. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You also check out the podcast also on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whatever you get your podcasts on. So appreciate you guys listening. Go subscribe too. That just helps us. So we appreciate that.
Leave a 5-star review. 4-star if you really want to, but 5 would be great.
5 would be cool. Yeah, thanks.
All right, make it 5. Make it 5.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels. Screw him. We want 5.
In honor.
Yep.
In honor.
In honor of Jaden.
Yeah.
We respect our 5s around here.
Right. All right. Have a great rest of your week. We're bringing the boat in. We out.
Home run slam dunks, give him 6. boys at MII, they got your big orange face. All year long is the place to be, to hear some balls for life talking Tennessee. And hate us if you want, but